Okay, let's get started. This is our 陪你练中文 practice Chinese, speaking Chinese together. And today is our Unit 3, Lesson 2. And we are going to focus on taste and preference. And Longfei is going to be our teacher today. And Longfei, stage is yours.
Okay. Let me share my screen.
Longfei, speak louder.
Okay. So, hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, good.
Okay, so today's lesson is gonna be over taste and preference. Our agenda for today, we're gonna talk about common taste adjectives, food preference vocab, useful expressions for discussing taste, and core sentences for today's lesson. So here are 10 review sentences from our last lesson. So if you guys, or not you guys, we only have one student today. So if you want to just like read after me. So the first one is 你平时吃什么？
你
你
是
平时吃什么？
Yeah, that's what do you usually eat. Next one. 我早饭吃的比较简单。
我早饭
吃
吃
的
的比较
比较简单。
简单。
That means I have a simple breakfast. Okay, next one. 午饭我在外面吃。
午饭我在外面吃。
That means I eat lunch outside. Okay, next one. 晚饭我喜欢在家吃。
晚饭
我喜欢在家吃。
That means I like to eat dinner at home. The next one. 我喜欢米饭。
我喜欢米饭。
That means I like rice. Okay, next one. 我也喜欢面条。
我
我
喜
也喜欢面条。
面条。
Yeah, means I also like noodles. Okay, next one. 中餐的选择很多。
中餐的选择很多。
Means there are many choices in Chinese food. All right, next one. 吃饭很重要。
吃饭很重要。
That means eating meals is very important. Next one. 我不喜欢浪费食物。
我不喜欢浪费食物。
Yeah, that means I don't like wasting food. And the last one is 你喜欢中餐吗？
你
你喜欢中餐吗？
It means do you like Chinese food? Okay. Okay. So here's our slide for common taste objectives. Okay. So here are some words you can use to describe the food that you're eating. So 酸 means sour. 甜 means sweet. 甜 苦 means bitter. 苦
苦
La means spicy.
辣
La. Xian means salty.
甜
甜
And then xian, it's a different tone. So xian means
鲜
fresh.
咸鲜
鲜
So ku, you can use ku when you're talking about tea or coffee. And
Mhm.
la, you can use that to talk about spicy dishes. And then xian is usually used when describing like freshness and like savoriness from seafood and stuff. There's a dish in China called 苦瓜炒蛋, which is bitter melon with eggs, and it's pretty bitter, so it's cool though. So this is the same thing. So okay, so tian. Okay, the first one is tian. Tian, you can use tian for desserts and fruits. So 糖果 is candy, so you could say 糖果是甜的
Yeah.
or is no 是甜的 yeah. So 糖醋排骨 means sweet and sour pork, so that is 甜的. Spicy 辣 it's chili based dishes, so 麻辣火锅是辣的麻辣火锅 means numbing hot pot. Next one, 酸 sour. 酸 means like sour and it has a tangy taste. So example, 酸梅is sour plum. It means so 酸梅是酸的. I don't know what this is here. And then 鲜 is like fresh. So 鲜鱼, so like a fresh fish that you just caught is 鲜. Some more descriptions. So the first one is 清淡. This means the flavor is light. So this isn't a flavor, it's used to describe flavors. So you can say like, let's say this one, mala, it's again mala from before. If let's see, okay, just 清淡 is like it's used to describe flavors and it's not that heavy. The next one, I'm gonna go to mala. Mala is numbing and spicy. So ma means numbing and then la means spicy. This means it's like it's unique to the Sichuan like foods. So in China there's a spice called Sichuan peppercorns, which is basically it has the mala type flavor. So yeah. And then 重口味. 重口味 is basically the opposite of 清淡, which means more intense and bold flavors. So, for example, 麻辣 is 重口味. And then 酸甜 again is sour and sweet together. So, yeah, it's sour and sweet foods. and it's popular in southern regions like Jiangsu and Zhejiang. Okay, so expressing food preferences. Okay, so if you want to practice saying these with me, so 我喜欢饺子。
我喜欢饺子。
饺子, yeah, I like dumplings. The next one is 我不喜欢辣的。
我不喜欢辣的。
Means I don't like spicy food. And then next one is 我想喝茶。
我想喝茶。
Means I like to drink tea. Okay. So here are some useful food habit phrases. So, 我喜欢吃辣。我喜欢吃。
我喜欢吃辣。
You can say this when you're ordering. This means I like spicy food. Next one is 我不习惯吃这么咸。
我不喜欢吃这么咸。
This means I'm not used to it being this salty. So something that you ordered is too salty, you could provide some feedback. Okay. Next one. 尝试新的口味。
尝试新的口味。
This means you want to try new flavors. Okay, so for example, Sichuan cuisine in China, it's famous for its spicy and numbing flavors. And some famous dishes that you might know are like mapo tofu, Kung Bao Jiding or Kung Pao chicken, and Huoguo or hot pot. Okay, some more useful phrases. So, 合口味，合口味。
合口味。
This means that the food you're eating suits your taste, so it's good. Alright, the next one. 不习惯。
不习惯。
不习惯 means you're not used to, so you're not used to like the foods, you're not used to the flavor, so 不习惯。慢慢适应。
慢慢适应。
This means you're adapting, you're slowly adapting. So let's say like 不习惯, so you have to 慢慢适应. Yeah. And the last one is 能接受.
能接受。
This means you can eat it, you can accept it. So here are some example sentences. So here are two examples. So 这道菜 is this dish. So 这道菜很合我的口味. So 很合我的口味 means it suits my taste well. So together it would mean this dish suits my taste well. So try saying this with me. 这道菜很合 我的口味。
这道会很合我的口味。
Job.
Alright, next one is 我不习惯。不习惯。不习惯 means not used to. And then 这么辣的食物. This means such spicy food. So together it would be I'm not used to such spicy food. Okay, so 我不习惯这么辣的食物。
我不喜欢这么辣的食物。
Yep, that's good.
不喜欢这么辣的食物。
Okay, so here are some expressions for taste changes. So the first one is 有点儿 or 有点, and then it goes with 不过还能接受. So, for example, you could say 有点儿 or 有点辣. So it's a little spicy, but 不过还能接受. It's okay. You can still eat it. It's not too spicy. So try saying this example. So 有点辣，不过还能接受。
有点辣，不过还能接受。
Good job. Good job.
Next one is 刚开始 something and then 后来 later. So 刚开始不习惯. So 不习惯 is not used to. So at first 不习惯. So at first you're not used to it. 后来觉得很好吃. So after, later, you think it's very good. So again, it's together it's going to be 刚开始不习惯，后来觉得很好吃。I'll try.
是不习惯。
刚开始不习了，
习惯。
后来
觉得很好吃。
后来觉得很好吃。
Okay, the last one is 越吃越喜欢. So this phrase or this expression is used when you're eating some dish, and the more you eat it, the more you like it. So for example, you could say 这道菜我越吃越喜欢。
这
越吃越喜欢。
喜欢。
Yep.
刚开始不喜欢。
Here are 10 sentences for today. So the first one is 我喜欢清淡的菜。
我喜欢清淡的菜。
This means I like lightly flavored dishes. Next one,
我喜欢淡。
我不太能吃辣。
我不太能吃辣。
Means I can't eat very spicy food. Next one, 这个菜有点咸。
这个菜有点咸。
This means this dish is a bit salty. Okay, next one. 那个菜味道很好。
那个菜味道很好。
Means that dish tastes very good.
有很好
Okay,
very
next one.
good.
我已经习惯中餐了。
我已经习惯中餐了。
Means I'm already used to Chinese food. Next one.
习惯中餐了。
一开始不太习惯。
一开始不太喜欢。
Means at first I wasn't used to it. Next one. 现在吃的比较自然。
现在吃的比较自然。
Now I eat more naturally. Okay, next one. 每个人口味不一样。
每个人口味不一样。
Yep, that means everyone has different tastes. Next one. 中国菜种类很多。
中国菜种类很多。
That means there are many types of Chinese food. And then the last one. 你喜欢什么口味？
你喜欢什么口味？
What flavor do you like? Yeah.
你喜欢什么？你喜欢什么？
It's not. Okay, so here are practice dialogues. So let's see. So the first practice dialogue talks about the flavors of the food and what flavor people can, or these two people can, like, eat. So person one or person A asks person B, 你喜欢什么口味? And this means
我喜欢清淡一点的菜，不太能吃辣。
yeah, so this is 菜 and then 不太能吃辣。
不太能吃辣。
So what you said was I like spice. Oh no, I like lighter dishes, lightly flavored dishes, and can't handle spicy food very well. And then person A will ask, 那个菜怎么样? How was that dish? 味道很好. It tastes great. 不过有点咸, but a bit salty. So try saying
有点咸，不过还能接受。
That means a little salty, but you can still accept it. You can still eat it. This is okay. Yeah, okay. So person A says 其实中国菜种类很多. So many types of Chinese cuisine. And then they list a bunch of flavors. So 有酸甜的，酸甜 means sweet and sour. 麻辣的 it's numbing and spicy. And then 清淡的还有清淡的 which is mild. Try saying person B.
对每个人口味都不一样。
So 对每个人口味都不一样。That means right. Everyone has different tastes. And then I say 你已经习惯中餐了吗？ Are you used to Chinese food now? And then try saying the last one.
对，而且越吃越喜欢。
Yep. So that means yes, I like it. And the more I eat it, the more I like it. Okay. So I read the A. So so you read the A time like this time, and then I'll read the B.
OK。你喜欢什么口味？
我喜欢清淡一点的菜，不太能吃辣。
那这个菜怎么样？味道很好，不过有点咸。
有点咸，不过还能接受。
呃，其实就过菜种类很多，也有酸甜的、麻辣的，还有清淡的。
对，每个人口味都不一样。
呃，你已经喜欢中餐了吗？
对，而且越吃越喜欢。Oh, good job. That's it for the slides today.
Thank you, Duncan. And you know what? Before we move on to the next part, I had a little idea that I want to kind of share with all of you. I found this interesting YouTube channel, and it's talk about the five main cuisines in China, and I'm going to play it. So, Duncan, you can have just a virtual flavor of the Chinese cuisines. And
OK。
in addition, I found a little clip about Kenya's local food. So, for all the TAs, we will have a virtual flavor of Kenya. And let me play this video, and if I'm smart enough to share. Hold on, here I'm on. Hey.
Sichuan. Born in the misty mountains of southwestern China, Sichuan food is famous for bold, fiery flavors. The cuisine developed over 2,000 years ago, but the spicy style we know today actually came much later, after chili peppers arrived from the Americas in the 17th century. Before that, Sichuan cooks used native peppers for heat. The key ingredient is the Sichuan peppercorn, which creates a unique sensation called mala, which means numbing and spicy. Sichuan chefs love layering flavors: sweet, sour, spicy, and salty, all in one dish. The most iconic dish is mapu tofu, soft tofu in a spicy sauce with ground pork, chili oil, and peppercorns. Another classic is kung pao chicken, stir-fried with peanuts, dried chilies, and vegetables in a sweet and spicy sauce. And the famous Sichuan hot pot, where you cook meat and veggies in a bubbling vat of spicy oil. The hot pot is red, oily, and packed with chilies. It's an experience. Other popular dishes include twice-cooked pork and dan dan noodles, spicy noodles with a sesame paste sauce. Sichuan cuisine doesn't hold back. It's intense, aromatic, and unforgettable. Hunan. Often confused with Sichuan, but Hunan food has its own character. This style emerged from China's agricultural heartland, where wet rice farming has been practiced for thousands of years. The region's humid climate means people actually eat spicy food to stay cool. While Sichuan is numbing, Hunan is ganla, or dry spicy. They use fresh peppers instead of dried ones, and they don't use the numbing peppercorn. Chairman Mao's favorite dish was Hunan-style braised pork, called hongshao rou, thick chunks of pork belly braised in soy sauce, sugar, and spices until they melt in your mouth tender. Another signature is steamed fish head with chopped chilies. It looks dramatic and tastes incredible. Hunan people also love stir-fried dishes with fresh chilies and garlic. Everything is fresh, hot, and straightforward. Cantonese. This is what most Westerners think of as Chinese food. Cantonese cooking comes from Guangdong province in the south, including Hong Kong. It's one of the oldest Chinese culinary traditions, shaped by the region's access to the South China Sea and its role as a major trading port. Cantonese merchants spread this cuisine worldwide through emigration. The philosophy here is completely different: light, fresh, and delicate. Cantonese chefs believe in letting the natural flavors shine through. Steaming is the preferred cooking method. Dim sum is the crown jewel of Cantonese cuisine. Small bite-sized dishes served in bamboo steamers. Har gow, shrimp dumplings with translucent wrappers. Shou mai, pork and shrimp dumplings. Cha shao bao, fluffy steamed buns filled with sweet barbecued pork. The list goes on. You'll see windows full of crispy pork belly and glossy roast duck, and a lot of seafood since they are on the coast. Cantonese cooking is about technique and freshness. No heavy spices needed. Shandong. This is the cuisine of emperors. Shandong is in northern China, and it's one of the oldest and most influential regional styles. As the birthplace of Confucius, this region developed refined cooking techniques over 2,500 years ago. Shandong chefs served in imperial kitchens and influenced court cooking throughout Chinese history. Shandong cooking emphasizes seafood, soups, and braising. The dishes are salty, crispy, and tender. One famous dish is sweet and sour carp. The whole fish is scored, deep-fried until crispy, then covered in a tangy sweet sauce. Another classic is the zhou braised chicken. Shandong is also known for its soups, especially clear broths that require hours of careful preparation, and jiaojian dachang, braised intestines in a sweet-sour sauce. It's an acquired taste, but considered a delicacy. Shandong cuisine influenced imperial court cooking, so it's refined and elegant. Jiangsu and Zhejiang. Along the eastern coast you find Jiangsu and Zhejiang cuisines. These are often called the elegant styles. Jiangsu food is famous for its visual beauty and sweet, balanced flavors. A classic dish is lion's head meatballs, which are large, tender pork meatballs simmered in a light broth. Zhejiang food is similar but focuses more on being fresh and mellow. They love using freshwater fish from the lakes. You might have heard of dongpo pork, which is a square of pork belly braised in soy sauce and wine until it is soft as jelly. It's rich, sweet, and melts in your mouth. The region's wealth from silk production and canal trade allowed for complex culinary development. Jiangsu was historically one of China's richest areas, and chefs there care deeply about color, shape, and flavor balance. Fujian. Located on the southwestern coast, Fujian food features lots of seafood and soups. Fujian people have a long history of maritime trade and emigration, taking their cooking traditions to Taiwan, Southeast Asia, and beyond. Many dishes traveled with Fujianese merchants along ancient sea routes. The cooking is light but rich in umami flavors. Fujian chefs are masters of soup making. They use stocks and broths as the base for almost everything. Buddha jumps over the wall is the most famous Fujian dish. It's a complex soup with shark fin, abalone, sea cucumber, chicken, ham, and more, all slow cooked together. The name comes from a legend that the smell was so good, even a Buddhist monk would jump over a wall to eat it. Other specialties include oyster omelet, fish balls, and various seafood stir-fries. Fujian food also tends to be slightly sweet and uses red wine leaves for marinating. It's coastal, seafood-focused, and deeply flavorful. Beijing. As the capital for over 800 years under various dynasties, Beijing has absorbed influences from across China. The city's position brought chefs from every region, creating a fusion of styles with strong Manchu and Mongolian influences from the Qing dynasty. The most famous dish is Peking duck. Crispy-skinned duck served with thin pancakes, spring onions, cucumber, and sweet bean sauce. You wrap everything together and eat it with your hands. Another specialty is jiajiangmian, noodles with fermented soybean paste and fresh vegetables. Hot pot is also huge in Beijing, but it's different from Sichuan style. Beijing hot pot uses a mild, clear broth, often in a special copper pot with a chimney in the middle. Lamb is the preferred meat. Beijing snacks are famous too. Jianbing, a savory crepe, tanghulu, candy fruit on a stick. Beijing cooking is hearty and northern, influenced by Manchu and Mongolian traditions. Xinjiang. If you travel further west to places like Xinjiang, the food changes completely. This is the Silk Road influence. Xinjiang is home to the Uyghur people, and the cuisine reflects Central Asian influences. For centuries, this region was the crossroads where East meets West, where caravans traded spices, and where Persian, Turkish, and Chinese cultures merged. Lamb is the star here, along with cumin, chili, and hand-pulled noodles. Lamb skewers are everywhere. Chunks of lamb grilled over charcoal, seasoned heavily with cumin and chili. Lagmen is hand-pulled noodles served with stir-fried meat and vegetables. Big plate chicken or da panji is a spicy stew of chicken and potatoes served over noodles. Polo is a rice pilaf cooked with lamb, carrots, and spices, similar to Central Asian plov. Naan bread is baked in clay ovens. Xinjiang food is bold, meaty, and aromatic. It's completely different from what most people think of as Chinese food. The flavors are closer to Turkish or Uzbek cuisine. Tibetan. High in the Himalayas, Tibetan food is designed for survival in cold, harsh conditions. Isolated by mountain ranges and extreme altitude, Tibetan cooking developed independently for centuries, shaped entirely by what could grow or survive at 12,000 feet above sea level. Buddhism also influenced the cuisine, though meat remains essential for survival. The staples are yak meat and sampa, which is toasted barley flour, often mixed with butter tea. Butter tea itself, po cha, is a thick, salty tea made with yak butter. It's an acquired taste but essential for staying warm. Momos are Tibetan dumplings, similar to Chinese dumplings but with thicker dough, usually filled with yak meat or vegetables. Thukpa is a hearty noodle soup with meat and vegetables. Yak meat is used extensively. Dried yak, yak jerky, yak butter. It's a high-altitude cuisine focused on calories and warmth. Simple, filling, and unlike anything else in the country.
They say if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together.
All right. So, I hope you had a mouthful of all the dishes. And what's interesting is it's quite a different between East and West. I just came back from China, as a matter of fact, and at first my family had a trip to Antarctica, and my cousin flew from China and went to Antarctica with us. And we thought, this is going to be a special treat for them. And, actually it was very sort of like high style. And the food was, on the cruise was just magnificent in our view. But however, since they just came from China, they're not really used to the Western food. And when they saw the steak on the plate, they were like, are there anything cooked? They saw the flesh and the red and blood. And they were like, are there anything cooked? So it was just really funny. And when we went back to China, and all of a sudden, they felt like, the fish back in the pond, they're back to life. And so like, eat this, eat this, eat this. So everything prepared in China was in such a dedicated way. And they just seems, so dramatically different. As you saw in the video, and each region has its own specialty. And it's just amazing how many differences and preferences, that there is. So just amazing. So next part, I am going to show a little video about Kenya. So Duncan, I am going to rely on you as the expert and explain to our students about Kenya food, okay?
Traditional foods of Kenya.
Okay.
Traditional foods of Kenya. Kenya's traditional foods offer more than just sustenance. They're a flavorful embodiment of heritage and community. Imagine indulging in dishes that blend ancient recipes with local ingredients, each bite telling a story of culture, resilience, and togetherness. Ready to journey into Kenya's culinary heart? Let's explore. At the heart of Kenyan cuisine is ugali, a humble but essential maize flour dish served with almost every meal. Its simple preparation belies its importance, as it pairs perfectly with stews, sautéed greens, or even grilled fish. Ugali is more than food, it's a symbol of unity on every Kenyan table. Nyama choma, Kenya's national grilled meat dish, is a crowd favorite. Traditionally prepared over open flames, it's often served with a side of kachumbari, a tangy tomato and onion salad. Whether beef, goat, or chicken, nyama choma is not just a dish, it's a festive experience shared with loved ones. On the coast, Swahili dishes shine with their unique blend of spices, coconut milk, and seafood. Pilau, a spiced rice dish, and creamy coconut fish curry are standout specialties. These dishes reflect the cross-cultural influences that have shaped Swahili culture, offering a delicious glimpse into coastal life. Sukuma wiki, sautéed collard greens, and githeri, a hearty mix of maize and beans, are everyday favorites for millions. Affordable and nourishing, these dishes provide a taste of Kenyan resilience, with recipes passed down through generations. They showcase how simple ingredients create extraordinary comfort food. No Kenyan meal is complete without something sweet or a warm beverage. Mandatsi, a lightly spiced fried pastry, is a popular snack enjoyed with chai, Kenya's beloved tea made with milk and spices. Together, they offer a perfect balance of indulgence and nostalgia in every bite and sip. Kenyan cuisine offers a vibrant, mouth-watering journey through its culture and traditions. Take a dive into these incredible dishes at local Kenyan restaurants, or try recreating them at home to savor the spirit of Kenya. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with.
All right. Okay. So Duncan, talk to us about the Kenya food and especially the tradition in Kenya, how it was prepared. You know, what is the main dishes there? Share with us.
So for Kenyan food, first to start with, Kenya is an agricultural country, so we do most of agriculture and fresh produce from the farms. So the dishes also depend with the region, the same way as China. We've seen the East, the West, the South, the North, they have different specialities. Same here. So when you go to Coast loves spicy, but not like the Chinese spicy. It's a bit different spices, cloves, cardamom, they mix in the way of food. So if you want to try foods with different spices, now you go to the coast because the Arabs came from there and they came with a lot of spicy along the coast and they adapted using spices. And then as you advance inwards, now we have different tribes and we have around 47 tribes. So every
Wow.
tribe, they have their own way of cooking.
Wow.
So I'll just talk about the few unique and they are well-known countrywide. So for the people along the coast, so you can hear some spicy meals like biryani. So biryani is you can use either beef or chicken, and then there is some spices you add inside to make it's more similar to curry, but it doesn't taste like curry because there are some unique spices that they add in. And then their rice is colored. So you can choose to color it red, to color it orange, to color it green. So it's more of curry with colored rice for biryani. That is from the coast. As you come inwards from my tribe, we come from the lake. So we are near the Lake Victoria. So around the lake, you get fish easily. So you can get fish, and there is several ways of preparing fish. So the first way, you can dry it, which was used traditionally. You dry it under the sun. So after it is dried, this usually is used for soup. A dried fish, the soup is really, really good. So you can cook it now to get a very good soup, and then you can serve it with ugali. Ugali is made of corn. Here locally we call maize. So once you harvest your corn from the farm, it's dried enough, then you grind it into flour. If there is anyone who has been to Italy, they call it polento in Italy, something like that. So how it is prepared, the ugali, which is very famous countrywide. I also love ugali. So you boil your water and then you add your corn, the grounded corn. So you
Mm-hmm.
stir until it becomes not really porridge, but firm, like a cake.
Mm-hmm.
And then you serve it hot. So you can serve it either with your dried fish, which has a lot of stew, or you can do barbecue lamb, which is famously known as nyama choma. So when you
Mm.
come to Kenya or Tanzania, never miss nyama choma. So it's either barbecue lamb or barbecue beef. Some, if you like barbecue chicken as well, you can go ahead and do barbecue chicken. So ugali is very famous and is the staple food for Kenya. Ugali, the corn flour, staple food for Kenya. Then you can serve it with kale. Kale is called sukuma wiki. So why it is called sukuma wiki is very interesting. Number one, it is a very cheap vegetables to get. So when people don't have money, they can eat the kale throughout the week. So
Mm.
sukuma wiki is a Swahili word which means push the week. So kale
Okay.
helps you to push the week. So as long as you have flour and you have kales, then you can have a meal throughout the day. Yeah. So it's also a very common veggies. And then other cultures or other tribes, they have other kind of meals. Another one which is very famous, I didn't see it in the video, but if you come, you'll see it very famous. It's called githeri. So
Mm.
githeri is a mixture of corn and beans.
Mm.
So you boil the corn first. Once it's ready, you boil your beans and then you can you can fry. So you fry a mixture of corn and beans, you fry it together. If you want to go spicy with it, you can go in spicy with it. And then you serve it with either or avocado or a salad made of maybe cabbage and lentils. So usually very good. So if you have corn, you have beans, you boil, and then you can fry it. And then if you have a piece of avocado, I don't know if you have avocados in the States, but if you have a piece of avocado or maybe some salads, you can serve on the side, which is a very good dish. So another common one is called chapati.
Mm.
It's borrowed from the Indians. So chapati on the other, ugali is made from corn flour. Chapati on the other hand is made from wheat flour.
Mm.
So you first make the dough. You can prepare warm water, and then with your wheat flour, you mix until it is whole, and then you do some small balls, which you'll roll up into some large balls that you'll burn on the pan. So for chapatis, some people, for food, I also am a very big fan for cooking. So I like to try so many things when it comes to food. So you can either, instead of doing plain like that, just wheat, you can either go in with pumpkin. So when you are mixing your dough, you can boil your pumpkin and then either blend it or mash it, add in your dough so that you have a pumpkin chapati. Some
Mm.
other people do carrot chapati. So it depends with the flavor and how you like it and how far you want to explore. So these are the major dishes. For every region will always have different and unique. But for the chapatis, for the ugalis, for the githeri, for the sukuma wiki, when you go to hotels, either small or big, you won't miss. Even some hotels, they will tell you we have a creamed sukuma wiki. So they have done something on top of the normal push the weak kale, but added some cream inside it. Yeah. So this is what I can say about the famous, most of the common foods in Kenya.
Wow. All right. That's a lot. For the students, if you in the future have a chance to go to Kenya, and I just want to let you know, it's a quite a different experience, especially if you go to the locals and the the people just prepare it, like burn a big shack of meat and on the fire, on the campfire, and chop it in front of you, serving the plate, and the atmosphere and the people dancing, singing together. it was just fun and it's like a party. It's just a lot of fun. All right, you know what? We don't have a whole lot of time, and I'm hungry already. And why don't we use the last few minutes to do the practice dialogue, the last page? And you know, Tianzan, since Long Fei was doing the lead coach, and Tianzan, do you mind lead us through the last page? And for the practice dialogue, I can share the screen. Just give me a second.
Okay.
And Tianmeng, I'm glad you're here. We're talking about food, and it just hold on, where to go? Yeah, you can always see it, right? All right, Tianzhen, go ahead.
Okay. So basically, I will just read A, and Mr. Duncan, can you please read B?
Okay, we will just follow you.
All right. 你喜欢什么口味？
你
我喜
喜欢
欢
什
清淡
么什么？
一点的菜，不太能吃辣。
辣。
不太能吃辣。Very good, very good.
能吃辣，吃辣。
Good job. Okay, next.
那这个菜怎么样？味道很好，不过有点咸。
有点咸，不过还能接受，接受。
Nice,
Very
nice,
good.
perfect.
其实中国菜种类很多，有酸甜的、麻辣的，还有清淡的。
对，每个人口味都不一样。
口味。
Wonderful, good job. Good job.
Right. 你已经习惯中餐了吗？
对，越甜越吃越喜欢。
而且
对，而且越吃越喜欢。
，good, excellent.
Good job, Duncan. Wonderful. Where's Tianmeng? Tianmeng, do you want to try? I'm putting you on the spot.
Thank you, 老师. I can try.
Yeah, go, Tianzhen.
All right. 你喜欢什么口味？
我喜欢清淡一点的菜，不太能吃辣。
哦，good. 那这个菜怎么样？味道很好，不过有点咸。
有一点咸，不过还能接受。
All right. 其实中国菜种类很多，有酸甜的、麻辣的，还有清淡的。
对，每一个人口味都不一样。
你已经习惯中餐了吗？
对，而且越吃越喜欢。
My goodness, Tianmeng, you have no idea. Your pronunciation is wonderful. Wonderful. All right, we're all so impressed. I still remember last year, 2 years ago, you did a presentation. And again, I'm just so proud of you. Thank you, Tianmeng, for joining us. I know time is up, and for all the students, thank you for joining us. And please, please keep practicing. And we have all the videos posted on YouTube. Feel free to review them at any time. And for all the students, keep up with the good work, and we will have the completion certification in the at the end of this program. TAs, thank you again for your hard work and your dedication. Good job, Tianzhen and Longfei. Thank you. We will close the session for today. We will see you next week. Thank you, everyone.
再见，再见。
Thank you, 老师 and everyone.